Hey guys, welcome back to Terraria. Last time we were trying to defeat Duke Fishron, which is not really a boss that we need to defeat, as it's not really required in the normal progression of Terraria. But I want to defeat it because it actually has some good items that I want to get that could be, useful for the rest of the game. Well, in between episodes, I went off and did some things. As you can see right here, I have 3 heart statues. I didn't find a heart statue in this world. One thing that most Terraria players will recommend that you do, due to the fact that, it's really hard to get some items because a world will generate with just, like, this certain amount of items they chuck into it. And, if you don't get the right things, then you're not going to be able to get any more. But what most Terraria players recommend is, like, going off to other worlds, creating more worlds, taking your character, because you can take one character and move it over to another world, which is another pretty cool feature in Terraria that, it has over something like Minecraft. But what they can do is create new worlds, go looking for those, looking for items in those, and then just bring them back to their normal world and stuff like that. So, in my situation, I went over to a new world and I was able to find another heart statue. I was looking for deathweed, which is what you use to actually create, thorns potions and stuff. Didn't end up finding that, but I did find a staff of regrowth, which is a pretty useful item in growing more, like, plants and stuff to make potions. But, it's not... it wasn't what I was looking for, but, I ended up with something good. Either way, I've pretty much prepared myself to refight Duke Fishron right now. Damn it, I don't have my other summon. I'm going to teleport the fuck back. But yeah, this time around, I'm hoping to actually defeat Duke Fishron. Last time we got super, and I do mean super close. We had, 100 health left on him. He would have been screwed. But either way, I think we have a much better chance, seeing as we have 3 heart statues now, which, triples our health. Not really. But, we have that all set up. I've got my summons out this time around because, I actually remembered to summon my summons this time. And, I've just got all the right stuff. I even have my truffle worm. So, this time, I'm hoping to go ahead and take care of Duke Fishron because I want him out of here and I want his good shit. So, therefore, we're going fishing. So, I also made this star veil, which is what you, connect the cross necklace with a star cloak. And this thing's kind of cool because it still has that, invulnerability extender, but it also summons down a bunch of stars when you get hurt. So, it has some use. Either way, just wanted to show off all the cool things I got in between episodes. I'm pretty much prepared to beat the shit out of this thing, so... Let's go ahead and give it another try, like our 50th try at this point. Alright, here goes the fish. And here comes the fish. Let's see, so he yeah, those are the stars. Those are the stars that shoot out of me, which is, a good sentence. But the stars will usually run into, things like Fishron and the bosses and stuff like that. They're usually meant to target them, so... Like I said last time, I just needed a little bit more health to go ahead and kill this guy, so... Or a little bit more damage to kill him, so... Therefore, having that extra little bit of damage just from the stars dropping into the sky is helpful. Along with all my summons, which are just those 2 little idiots, we should have enough shit to go ahead and keep me alive the entire time. At least I hope. At least I hope. I just gotta hope for the best. No, fuck off. Feel my star power. As you can see, he's been dying a lot faster this time around, so... Either that, or I'm just having way better execution. I think putting a bunch of extra little damage points, along with just having, better execution, will lead me to beating his stupid fishy ass. Now, the problem is, he really don't like me. He really don't like me, especially in his second form. Let's see, you can, fuck off now, big fish man. I'm going to kill you, your family, and everybody else you've ever known. Because I think it's cool. I think it's cool to kill people. Let's see, can you... I'm like, why the hell does the tornado have to be there right now? I think it's because, I have the swiftness potion along with my regular speed that I get from just running on asphalt. So I'm running too fast and then, therefore, running directly into the, whatever it's called, into the tornado. I'm too fast. I kind of outrun some of the things that I'm supposed to not outrun and stuff like that. Oh my god, he's in his third form. See, like I said, you just go up or you go down. He just goes into like a weird zigzag formation. That's all he does. You just have to get lucky. Jump, damn it, jump! Let's see. One. Okay. I really wish I could go ahead and... Yeah, I got him. I knew I could do it. I almost did it last time, so... Whew. That's Duke Fishron out of the way, and we go ahead and get his treasure bag, and that's going to have all the cool items I want to get. I didn't get any of the cool items I wanted. Fucking hell. I got the bubble gun, which is, you know, a bubble gun. It's a bubble gun. But the item that I wanted to get, I didn't get, but, you know, this one is also useful. This is like the 100%, like, you're going to get this all the time item. The Shrimpy Truffle attracts a legendary creature which flourishes in water and combat. So this is a mount that is really good. We have to say goodbye to my horse, but no, I didn't really use my horse all that much. Either way, when I get on this mountain now, I have a little Fishtron, cute Fishron. So this thing moves like shit on the ground. Like, it's slow as hell. It's a fish. The cool thing is, in air, he can fly forever. So I don't need wings anymore, technically. I can free up a new slot to not have wings. So this thing just flies infinitely. It's not all that fast, but when it's raining or you're below half health, this thing will start booking it. So this is pretty much one of the best mobility items that I can get at this point in the game. So the Shrimpy Truffle is kind of the point that I wanted to get from this entire thing. The other thing you can get is Fishron's wings. But, you know, I've got Mothron's wings, so I don't really care. And besides, you know, I don't really need wings anymore due to the fact that, you know, I have this thing to fly me around. So finding myself some new accessories would be a good idea. But yeah, that was Fishron. A lot easier than I ever thought. I just knew it just needed an extra little run at the thing. Of course, having this extra, what's it called? Heart statue helped out a lot because it just means, you know. I keep on saying, you know. I don't know. That's why I keep saying that I don't know. It gives me more, you know, life. Gives me the life that I've always wanted. So either way, I'm going to pick up all my crud. Because I also want to go ahead and tackle the next boss. Or quote on. It's a boss. It is definitely a boss. Either way, we need to head back to the dungeon. We need to enter the dungeon. So if we go over to where the Skeletron dungeon was, you know, last time, we find something very different there after you've defeated Plantera. You kind of saw that little thing where it says Echoes Scream from the dungeon. Well, if we go over to the dungeon, these guys are there. These are the lunatic cultists, and I did not mean for my summons to try and attack them. You need to get the fuck out of here. Well, I accidentally triggered... It's another unicorn. It didn't drop one of its thingies, though. So sad. Oh, so sad. Anyway, so those guys are the lunatic cultists. So they show up after Plantera is dead, or at least after you defeat Plantera at least one time. And what they are just kind of like random idiots that hang around, and when they're killed, they spawn the next boss. And they're trying to get themselves killed, I guess. I don't really know what's going on there. I think I just killed all of them without even thinking about it. But yeah, they are going to be the next boss. And, well, killing them spawns the next boss. But the next boss is like their dad. That or their boss. I don't really know. But, yeah. And, I have only recently beat them in my, multiplayer world. I know I keep talking about that multiplayer world. I just have a lot of fun on it. So, therefore, I have to mention it. Anyway, go ahead and link these up. But yeah, this pretty much has me all set for the fight, but I don't really want to fight them. You don't technically have to fight them when they show up and stuff like that. You can just completely avoid them. You don't have to fight them. They're neutral on contact. And the other cool thing about beating Plantera is that once Plantera is dead, the dungeon actually gets upgraded. It doesn't change in any way, but all the mobs that are down there in the dungeon actually get way stronger, and more mobs will spawn. So therefore, you can get some cool shit down here. There's also these keys that spawn, you know, from randomly dropped enemies in the overworld. And all the keys find their uses down here in the dungeon. That is a paladin. Those are the super strong guys that exist in here. These guys are like kind of the boss of the dungeon, the 2.0 boss dungeon thing. They're just really strong enemies, and they drop a really good accessory that I'd love to have. And it dropped it. That's the Paladin's Shield. Paladin's Shield absorbs 25% of the damage done to the players on your team when above 25% health. Grants immunity to knockback, and it's got more defense to it. So, if I had more players around, the Paladin's Shield would actually be helpful in helping my players and stuff like that. So, sadly, I don't have anybody to help me out because, you know, this is a single-player world and all that, but... You know, important item nonetheless, but I'm heading into the dungeon because of that corruption key. So, you probably saw at least like one weird-looking chest that I couldn't open the first time I was in the dungeon. And the only way you can open up those chests is by using certain keys that are dropped from hard mode enemies and stuff like that. So, if you ever saw me encounter like a purple chest, well, now this key can go ahead and open up those purple chests. I just have to, you know, find them and stuff like that. But yeah, we've got some strong enemies in here. Like fucking really strong skeletons and stuff like that. And the Paladin. The Paladin also drops another really good item. But it's not an item that I really need. Ooh, another one of these fucking Nezikers. Or Nazars. Why did the thing I just say sound like I said a slur? Why does everything I say sound like a slur? That's a good question. I'm just that horrible of a person. Alright, but yeah, I'm looking out for any kind of purple chests that are in here. Because they can have, like, kind of hard mode-esque items in them. They're not incredible items, but they are something. Either way, I'd like to replace the Mothron wings with the Lucky Paladin Shield. Because at the speeds I'm going to be flying at, using, you know, that thing. Ooh, I got some ectoplasm. Using my little Fishron guy, I should be fast enough to outrun a lot of things. So, shouldn't be too bad. Either way, there is one of the chests I was talking about, so... Using the corruption key, I can open that up, and it's got the Scourge of the Corruptor. I don't know what that is, but it also gave me a Thorns potion, so I ain't complaining. But yeah, that's kind of all I want to check out in the dungeon. There's not much else that I want to see. Just because, you know, there ain't not much point in it, so... I can always go down there if I want to fight some pretty hard bosses, but... For now, I'm just going to go ahead and chuck shit into here. See, I just want to have some of these things. I want to have some of these random things in my pockets. So now I can replace Mothron rings with my Lucky Paladin Shield, and it just grants me more, you know, defense, which is usually what I'm always on about. One thing is that now I don't have any resistance to flying, to, like, falling, but, like, you know, it should be fine. I just need to get them reforged. I need to get that good shit reforged. Just always got to be on my little dude. Just always. Why do I keep saying just? I don't know. Either way, if I can make this even stronger, hard... Doesn't take that much to actually reforge this. And because of, you know, my... I keep on saying you know. I just have a lot of ticks, you tell me that. Because of our grinder finally working, we have a way of getting a lot more gold, which means I can reforge a lot of things, which is very helpful. Fleeting, brisk, jagged, violent, wild, spiked. I just want some defense, dang it. Spiked? How many spikes are you going to give me? Hasty, angry, guarding. I guess guarding is good enough. 90 health out of nowhere. You know, it's worth something, and because I don't waste that much money anymore, because I can just have, you know, infinite money due to my grinder actually working, I don't got to worry about that stuff. But either way, we're going to go ahead. I want to take on these cultists. I don't think I'm going to beat them. Last time I fought them was with 4 people. And of course, 2 of those people were running around screaming uncontrollably, but me and Tyler were at least, you know, putting in the dues. Putting in the dues to pay the loose. To pay loose. If only it was raining. The little fish guy, like I said, will run a lot faster when it's raining, but he'll also run really fast if you're at half health. So it's kind of a risk versus reward kind of thing, but it doesn't change the fact that, like, you never kind of want to be in that situation to be below half health. It's like, that's just a bad idea in general. Either way, I guess I'm going to go ahead and try this out. I'm going to put on Iron Skin Potion and this one Thorns Potion I found in there. If you don't give it a try, then you might just die. Alright, that will then spawn the boss known as the Lunatic Cultist, which is just like one of those little dudes that we saw. But he is a lot more dickish. He's a lot faster. He flies around. He summons, like, little copies of himself. He's also going to summon this big-ass dragon that really sucks. Really sucks. It's going to be the Phantasmal Dragon. It sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, to be sure. He summons, like, clones of himself, and then they will summon a big-ass dragon to come kill you. There's the big-ass dragon. And he's not all that happy with you. He's not all that hard to hit either, but, like, you know, it is something. Either way, I'm trying to fly the hell away from this guy because he's a dick. He's also going to summon more clones, like I said, so make sure you target his clones when you can. Let's see. Also try and kill that dragon at all costs. That dragon's a dick. He's not all that strong, but, like, you know, he's something that exists, and I do not like that. I do not like the fact that you exist. See, can you stop summoning more of yourself? If you get really close and hit him with the blade of the Terra Blade, this boss goes by so much quicker. Because the blade itself does so much more damage than just the beam attack. Like, the blade itself is where you get most of your damage. You just can never get close enough to actually hit it. Because it's like, I don't want to be close to this motherfucker. Damn, I killed like 3 of them in one big hit right there. But yeah, he's going to summon that dragon like pretty much every time he teleports, so be aware of that. And this is the power of the stupid fish thing. I call it just stupid fish. I was playing it with John, and we all got the fish. And he's like, what are you going to call your fish? And I was like, I don't know, fish? And he's like, I'm going to call him Grumpet or something dumb like that. I was like, the fuck's a Grumpet? I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, I don't know, that's his name. I'm like, that is a shitty name. That is a shitty name. I would not want to be called that. And he's like, well, you know, he's my fish, and I can call him whatever. And I'm like, you're right. It doesn't mean that your fish won't be pissed at you for calling him something stupid. Dragon's back. The dragon's where all the damage comes from, really. All your damage comes from the stupid-ass dragon. But yeah, he's a lot easier in single-player mode. Like, this guy was a tough fight with 4 players at the same time. But, like, right here, he's kind of a fucking pushover. Where is he? There he is. Let's see. Dragon. Oh, it's a wyvern, not a dragon. Now his dragon is back. He's a big fan of Imagine Dragons. You know, Imagine Dragons ain't bad. They made some pretty good music. They made some pretty good shit. And he's almost dead. Damn, I thought he was going to be a lot harder than that. I thought you were made of sterner stuff. Well, we've got a problem. We have now initiated what is pretty much the final boss structure. This is not the final boss, but we have now initiated the events that will lead to the final boss, which is pretty intense. We are already right there. But, you know, what's going to happen now is after you kill the Lunatic Cultist, a bunch of, like, fucking, what's it called? Statues, or as they're called, pillars, will spawn. These pillars are where most of the bosses, or like, what's going to trigger the boss to appear. So there's 4 pillars. You need to kill all 4 pillars, which require that you kill a shit ton of enemies that are just kind of hanging out next to the pillar. And then it'll open up its shield, and then you just kill, you know, the pillar itself. So you need to kill a shit ton of random enemies just hanging out near the pillar. And then once they're all dead, you kill pillar. And if you once you kill the 4th pillar, it'll spawn the final boss in like 5 seconds. So it's not really a great idea to go ahead and, what's it called? Kill that final pillar just out of nowhere unless you're prepared. So yeah, we have now entered into the final boss area, which is intense. I didn't think we were going to get to the final boss all that quickly, but, you know, we've already started the lunar events, and, well, that's going to be intense. There are 4 pillars. Each of them drops some, like, shards that you're going to want to have. But there's one pillar that melee players will want to go ahead and get, at least according to the, what's it called? The wiki. According to the wiki, it's the most important item to get, at least marked as like a pre-final boss kind of weapon. I don't really know how good it is because I just got it in our multiplayer world, and I don't even know if it's all that good. I need to go ahead and see if it's even worth anything. But it drops from it drops from the items of one single pillar. So after I kill this pillar, which is this the Nebula pillar? I forget its name. What is your name? What is your name? This is the Stardust pillar, so Stardust Crusaders beware. we finally found the Stardust. This is a Stardust pillar. It just spawns like a bunch of balls. The balls really suck. Also, all of these pillars spawn like a centipede thing. And these centipedes are fucking awful. It doesn't matter which fucking like pillar you start going for. Whatever the centipede is, it's never fun. It's never fun. It never is. Oh boy. Well, these things are so weak. They've only got like 2,000 health. Even in like multiplayer, they only have 2,000 health. So they are not a hard boss. Hell, all I'm doing is running in circles, and I'm kicking its ass. So also because I'm below half health, Fishron finally started fucking booking it. Anyway, it's dead. I want to collect all of its items. Your mind goes numb, it says. It'll start saying, like, a bunch of weird things once you, like, you know, start breaking the pillars. So, there's one pillar, like I said, that I really want to break. Ah, come on! I got murdered over there. Look at how much money is over there. Just dropped from random shitheads. Well, I need to go over there and grab these things. These are Stardust fragments. Each of the pillars are going to drop fragments that we want to grab. We can also check where they are. Like, we killed that pillar. We've got the Nebula pillar, the Solar pillar, which is the one we want to go to, and finally the Vortex pillar. I don't like the Vortex one. That one's awful, but the Solar pillar is even worse, I'm going to tell you right now. But let me go ahead. I need to get back over to the dungeon because I need those Stardust fragments. My plan for the rest of the episode is kill the Solar pillar. We just need the Solar pillar dead. If that's the only one we kill, other than Stardust, which we've already killed, I'm okay with that. That's going to get us our final weapon. At least what's thought to be the final weapon. At least for me, I think it's the final weapon. I guess we're going to have to see if that's true, if that's even a good weapon in the first place. Terrablade is still incredible, so ain't passing out on the Terrablade being a amazing little item, seeing as it's just pretty much ruined everything. I also reforged the Terrablade, if you didn't pay attention to that. It had no modifier for the last couple of episodes, so it's like, I could have gotten, like, way more damage out of this thing if I had just reforged it, but I had, you know, didn't pay attention to it. Is something spawning these things? Because they seem sort of infinite. Did the 50th mini star cell. Okay, so that's all broken right there, so we're doing good, we're doing good. I have, like, no room in my inventory. I also got the Lunatic Cultist mask. That's cool. I can look like the Lunatic Cultist, I guess. Cool. I don't really care. The one thing the Lunatic Cultist dropped is the Ancient Manipulator, which is what's going to be used to mess with these fragments and stuff like that. I need to chuck shit out of my pockets, because I have way too much crud. I have way too much shit. I need to pick up the Bass statue. I am never losing that thing. And then I just picked up so many, like, random banners. Okay, we should be good, so I'm going to go ahead and teleport back to base. I need to... Oh, yeah, I can't fly anymore. I don't have my Mothron wings, so, yeah. Anyway, here's the main Ancient Manipulator. It just lets you mess with, like, space stuff. And is what's going to be used to create our final weapon, so, yeah. Gonna need it, gonna need it. Let's see, place all this crud away. I need to find a good place to... store the Stardust fragments. Ectoplasm. I called it electroplasm. That sounds like orgasm. That's funny. Anyway, place all this crud in here. Jeez, what's up with my wrist? Okay, my wrists are working again. They're cracking just like usual and breaking my bones. Either way, we need to go ahead, get to the Solar pillar. It's right over there, so it's relatively close. The one thing that's weird with it is that I'm going to have to, like, fucking forcefully go at this pillar many different times in order to get at it. Because, like I said, there's centipedes that spawn with these pillars. And there's one centipede for the solar pillar. And it is literally the worst one and the most annoying one. So, it's going to be a pain. I need a drink. I need to drink my shit. Either way, I need to kill, like, 100 enemies. There it is. This thing hurts so much. It sucks so bad, and I hate it. Because it respawns every 5 seconds. Those things, like, the only way you can hit them is that there's a bulb at the very end of their ass. You hit the bulb on the very end of their ass, they will die. But that doesn't mean that they won't go down fighting. Oh, boy. So you just have to keep fucking brute forcing it. Brute force it until you get all the way there. I'm not happy about it. But killing the pillar will give me what I want, and once, you know, the pillar's dead, I don't ever have to fight it again, theoretically, so I'll be okay. My voice is starting to give out. Well, it always does that, don't worry about it. But yeah, if I can kill enemies like these fire guys down here, that would be a lot better. Let's see. If you can hit the very end of them, you're going to have a much better chance with the fucking centipedes. Come on. It's always the centipedes, and they spawn constantly. Like, it's a constant barrage from them. And I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it at all. I do not appreciate it. But I just gotta keep trying. Oh, boy. I love all my little beetles that just follow after me for no godforsaken reason. Excuse me. Sorry, my bones. They are very crunchy. Let's see. Where are the flying cars? It'd be a good idea to sit on the very edge of this place and just try and spawn, like, the easier guys before the stupid centipede hits the fucking piss droplets of the earth. Now get out of my fucking sight before I piss on you, too. Let's see. You see, you hit the end of him, you got him, but sometimes it just spawns immediately again. It's like a constant kind of thing. And if you have 2 players, they have like double the health, so therefore you got yourself a really fucked up amount of centipedes to fuck with. And they just come back. They come back every 5 seconds, and they never end. They never end. It just goes on and on, my friend. And then you have to kill a pillar while this thing's flying around trying to kill you. Not fun. Not fun at all. I might place down the bass statue, like, right here. Just to have that extra defense while I kill everything around it. I was trying to summon my fish. It feels so weird not having wings anymore. But it helps me out with my defense, because I can have a good 90 defense without even having to, like, you know, drink all of my extra potions and have the bass statue out. At that, I probably have, like, over 100, like, defense. Like, I am very defensive. Okay, I'm just gonna drop this here, and I knew it. It's always there. Can you please go away? And invincibility frames never seem to help. They never seem to help. Let's see, I just want to get all of these things dead. I don't know if it's like because I'm in the air, the centipede spawns, and I just have to, like, you know, deal with it because I have to be in the air to dodge it, but it's like, I don't know. I haven't sat on the ground in 5 seconds, so maybe it is like that. I don't know. It's a bad idea to not be in the air, though. I think it really is that. If I'm in the air, the centipede goes after me. So if I'm literally just on the fucking ground, see, fucking hell, you see? Don't like him. Don't like him at all. It takes a good, like, 10 minutes to kill everything. I need to kill 52 more enemies. And if I could just sit in the middle of the area and just kill all the enemies, be done in a snap. But, of course, it never works like that, does it, Mr. Wizard? Mr. Abraham. Abraham the Wizard is not impressed with, with Centipede Fuckface. Don't like him. I'm genuinely really surprised I was able to kill the cultist that easily. Like, last time I beat it, like I said, I had 4, or I was one of the 4 people. Yeah, they start targeting you once you leave the ground. But what was I trying to say? I was playing it with, like, 3 other people. Like, I was included in the 4. So, therefore, I was, like, fighting it with 4 times the health with 2 players that didn't really know how to play quite yet. So, it was like fighting the longest boss in existence. But, you know, it at least, you know, ended. I was able to do it because we were able to brute force it, but fighting the lunatic cultist with 4 times the health was the worst part. That was literally the worst part. Also, I figured out how to ruin centipedes' lives, so I'm pretty happy now. I finally figured out how to make these things go away. You need to go away! That or fly a lot faster. But yeah, fighting lunatic cultists with 4 times the health was not a great idea, but I've learned that it's actually a super easy fight if you do it yourself. So I'm happy about that. I was really scared it was going to take a really long time, but it turns out it took no time at all. I'm in a lot faster mode when I'm off the air. Like you see, I am so much faster in, like, half health mode. So I can literally just fly away from him if, you know, if I had better positioning. He can only really fly really fast left and right, not up and down. And he's got a really bad chance of drift. So he doesn't, like, you know, just move exactly where I want him to. He's got to drift around. My fish, he's trying his best. That's the best he could ever do. Excuse me. Sorry, I was just having a fishy attack. A very fishy attack right now. I want to see, if I drink an Iron Skin Potion, I sit next to the bass statue, how much defense do I have? I have 103. That's pretty good. It's not bad. I don't really know what's the max amount of defense you could get. I mean, if I had the beetle shell instead of scale mail, I would have, like, even more defense, but, you know, I like having that extra, like, melee attack speed. That extra attack speed really gets you going. It really lets you kill more things. Let's see. I just need 9 more enemies to die. I like that they're all spawning inside of my, like, arena for some odd reason. Let's see. Come on. Alright, it's 3 more. Willie the Traveling Merchant has departed. How could he do that right as I'm about to save the world? Let's see. Where is the thing? I'm trying to hit the ground every 5 seconds to avoid the centipede coming right for me. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, fuck. He just hits me and I'm dead. Either way, he only has 19,000 health, so... He ain't worth nothing. He's too small fry. He does look like a fry. That or a really fucked up chicken nugget. Fries and chicken nuggets are very similar in my head for some reason. You know, sometimes I think I'm lying. I think I lie. Either way, I need to kill that stupid pillar. I don't know why I don't know why I gave it a weird accent right now. Right there. It's like, I need to kill him. It's like, no, that's not how you say that, stupid. Damn it. Hit the ground. Hit the deck. Hit the deck. Hit the ground running. Motherfucker. It's like you go in the air. The stupid centipede will show up and annihilate you. And then if you're not in the air, you have to go really slow because you're a fucking fish. You're a fucking fish. Alright, let's see. Maybe, where's Mothron's wings? Maybe, nah, I'm gonna go with my stupid fish. Fishron's children is all I ride. It's really weird to say that out of context. Probably even weirder in context, but you know. I need to ride the fish. Fishachu, I choose fish. Fishachu chooses fish. Okay, hit the ground, hit the ground. It's like me saying, hit the deck, hit the fucking deck. I'm at half health, I'm booking it. All I just gotta do is sit here and think about killing him. Jesus, 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 holy crud. Holy shit. Fish, you need to go faster. And you just have this, like, 13-minute wait. Like I said, this is going to take 10 minutes just to kill this one pillar because of the centipede. If I could just fly like a normal person, I wouldn't have to deal with this shit, but centipede exists, so therefore I cannot enjoy things such as, you know, being happy. Why does it look like there should be like a sky island up there? Is there a sky island up there? Seems like there is. Have I ever been up to that Sky Island? It hasn't been covered by the map, so therefore I probably have never actually went to this one. Look, it's a wyvern. Man, I remember when these things were a worry. The fucking corruption got up here somehow. Okay, so this is definitely an area I've never been in. It has the Star Fury. This is one of the weapons I would need to create the ultimate melee weapon, but I'm probably not gonna make it just because it's just annoying to make. But I was wondering, like, man, I'm gonna have to go to a different world to get the Star Fury, like I said, with, you know, going to different, like, maps to go ahead and get better items and stuff like that. But, like, I don't have to anymore. I don't have to. Jesus, this stupid pillar won't die. Go away, centipede. Centipedes are cringe. My least favorite Atari game, Centipede. See, if a centipede spawns, I'm going to have a birth of cactuses. If you don't get that reference, then you never will. You are overwhelmed with pain. Pain without love. Pain can't get enough. Teleport. Anyway, killing the stupid thing now allows me to get solar fragments. Solar fragments, along with the ancient manipulator, allows me to create a couple of items. It allows me to create the Daybreak, which is one of the strongest melee weapons with 193 attack. This is demonic, so now it has 221. Almost double the damage of a pointy Terrablade. So this is going to be our final weapon, at least theoretically. It just chucks a shit ton of, like, fucking explosive spears. So, if I go ahead and go fight, like, a different one, like, I could probably fight this one over here because of the whole vortex pillar being next to it. I can go ahead and show off the power of the Daybreak because not even I really understand the power of the Daybreak. Because, like, I just got it in our multiplayer world, so now I haven't had a chance to really use it against a boss. Are these things homing? Either way, yeah, these spears, they stick onto enemies, as you can see. They stab onto them, and then they'll get stuck and they burn to death. So it's like, it's a pretty incredible weapon. It's no spring chicken, whatever the hell that means. I don't think that's what I was trying to communicate. But what the hell's up with the fish? Oh, they reversed my controls by accident. You know, I didn't want to go up, but we're going down. But yeah, this is a pretty powerful weapon. The sad thing is that you actually have to aim with it. You have to arc your shots and stuff like that. And if you're not good at arcing your shots, then, well, you're not going to have great aim for it. But, you know, if you practice with the aim, Jesus, why the hell is the fish stuck? If you practice with your movements, you're going to be able to do some pretty good shit. Oh boy, especially with a giant fish attached to you. I'm pretty much shredding some of these guys. Though then again, I don't have good aim with this thing. I'm gonna die soon. Go out in the flames of fury! The flames of disaster! Just thought I'd get one of those in, I guess. Oh, boy, sorry, I'm cracking my stupid-ass arms. They always be breaking, they always be breaking. Anyway, now that I have myself my spear, I pretty much have what's going to probably be my final melee weapon. I can also switch between having the Terrablade anyway, because it is a bit faster. So it's like, it has its uses in certain situations, but the Daybreak is going to be my final weapon. So with 121 damage with very fast speed and high critical hit chance, I feel like the final boss is really going to be having it hard, I'd say. Either way, I want to get next to the lights. The lights with my fish. Either way, I'm probably going to end this episode here. So, next time on Terraria, let me go ahead and zoom in. We're going to be getting ready for the final boss as I take down at least I need to take down one pillar and then almost take down another pillar. And at that point, we're pretty much ready for the final boss. So I'll be getting ready to finish up this playthrough. And before I end this episode, I want to thank all of my YouTube members, including the Disciples of Epsilon, Valric, Amber, and Phoenix. Without you all, this channel wouldn't stay afloat. So thank you for all your support, and I'll see you guys next time!